All right, let's talk about self-doubt in, well, I guess dating for men. This is probably a topic that I should have covered a long time ago because it's such a big topic. But as you can see, look where we are. Oh, it's back to front. It's type A. Look at this. Look at this beautiful building. That's the Taipei 101 building. This place is beautiful. Beautiful city, and probably some of the most beautiful girls in the world. Now, speaking of beautiful girls, self-doubt with men. Now, this is a huge topic that I haven't covered, I don't think. Because in my reality, if you are of lower mate value, let's just say you're lower socioeconomic status, let's just say you're less attractive, you're a little bit older, or you're shorter, or you're insecure about being the wrong racial type or whatever, what I would assume happens to the majority of men is you get a little bit of rejection, and that little bit of rejection that you in turn were actually seeking out subconsciously to give yourself an excuse to do nothing and confirm what you've already believe that you are worthless, you're not going to get any hot girls, you're lower value, and you get one rejection and it just confirms, oh, I can't get girls. I'm going to watch some YouTube videos with a guy called Dave and say, you're not getting girls because you're a virgin. You're like some of the nerds that leave comments on these videos are fucking ridiculous. Or you could do the opposite of that and just realize that you're just going to have to work a little bit harder. You're just going to have to learn better strategies. You might have to put in more time, definitely more effort. You might have to present yourself to more women. You might have to travel, who knows? You might have to improve yourself in other ways just so that you can get over the threshold of acceptability. I would say, look, if you're like the elephant man, you've got a massive mole growing out of your head, you're disabled, you're 1 foot tall, you have a mental problem, so you can't actually think through simple problems, no problem solving ability, you're poor, you don't have any money at all, your family hates you, you've got no friends, then that type of person's rare to come past. And if you know someone like that, I would like to meet them just because they're so rare. You become so rare that you're almost valuable just by being rare, like the elephant man. But the majority of you guys watching this, that's not you. You might think it, and some people do think that, but that's not you. That's you just coping. That's just you making excuses. Maybe you want to go down the black pill rabbit hole and look smacks and make up all these other reasons to justify sitting at home wallowing in your own self-pity. Or you can take my approach, which is you're just going to have to work harder than everybody. Let's just say you're not as intelligent as everybody else that you go to university with. You're going to have to study longer hours. You're going to have to come up with better strategies to make sure that the information goes into your brain. What if you're lower mate value, lower socioeconomic status, from the wrong side of the tracks? Well, you're just going to have to put in more time and effort, and one of those strategies is remaining positive in the face of adversity. I know a lot of guys that would remain positive in the face of adversity and just let it all just roll off all of the hatred, all of the rejection just roll off their backs as if it's, it doesn't matter, like water off a duck's back. And putting the time and effort that's required to eventually find what you're looking for. And I have not found a male human being that cannot solve this somehow, some way. I have found guys that they feel they don't put in the effort, they make excuses, they get negative, and then they would rather sit at home and do nothing. And then, well, they're kind of cock blocking themselves by doing that, aren't they? Getting in the YouTube comments, women hate me because and then, well, actually they're the same guys that will project. Actually, I got a comment from some nerd recently. He's like, there's no way this guy's getting laid. It's like, all he's doing is projecting. If he was spending less time hating in the YouTube comments, not that anybody gives a fuck what this loser thinks, it is getting out there and actually putting in the time and effort to improve your chances. I know, like, I'm not promoting gambling, but let's just say you bought a lottery ticket. You're at least in with a shot, aren't you? And I would say the probability of an unattractive man getting laid, finding a girlfriend, getting married, even in the West, is way higher. You have a way better chance than winning the lottery, that's for sure. Even if you sunk $10 million into the next lottery, I would say that you would still have a higher probability of finding a wife in the West. So long story short, the human population just keeps expanding all the time. And that is because men are actually getting laid. They're having babies, they're getting laid, they're figuring out a way to do it. It's just that at the moment, especially in the West, things have got very difficult because of the government and because of anti-male propaganda, which is not your fault. What you need to do is roll with the punches, keep turning up, keep going after what you want, trying to figure out ways, loopholes within the crooked system so that you can have a happy, dating, enjoyable, find love, get love, bring love into your life, all of the good stuff. And you're not going to get that by wallowing in your own self-pity. And when you think about it, the type of human being that is kind of like most despised in society, a woman can feel down and depressed and wallow in her self-pity. Everyone's going to come and save her. Captain Save-A-Ho's on the way. But if you're the type of guy that's going to wallow in your own self-pity, there's no one coming to save you. And if anything, it is how to explain it? It's probably one of the most hated type of male there is, because you're no use to yourself and you're no use to anybody else. And so really you have no option but to get out there and improve your life. And it's really not that hard, to be honest. We're out here doing it right now. It's really not that hard. Even in the most difficult places on planet Earth, you just need to put in more effort and really think about how you're going to present yourself to the right girl. And so that's kind of the message that I wanted to get across. It is not helpless. You are not helpless. Saying that you are is just to cope. So, is that a negative video or a positive video? Is that motivating or demotivating? It's hard to say.
I think it's neutral.
It's neutral. It's not a motivating video. Not really demotivating video. It's not really negative. It's just life. Anyway, I'll see you guys next one.